Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 17th of September 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the local share market pushed above 8,150 points for the first time today, before closing up 0.2% to 8,141 points. It officially set a new high of 8,150.5 points on the back of growing confidence that the US Federal Reserve will cut rates in the world's largest economy by 50 basis points in coming days. Overall, it was a fairly subdued session with not too much movement. All 11 sub-indices were higher, led by the tech index. The banks and miners were higher, while the retailers were mostly lower. In corporate news, plenty of that around. Adair's share price jumped after it appointed a former Country Road CEO, Earl Roseby, as its next boss. Shares in Xero jumped 2% after it announced it's acquiring global cloud reporting, insights and analytics company Sift Analytics for up to $70 million. Shares in gold miner West African Resources jumped 6% after analysts at Macquarie upped their price target, and the share price of New Hope rose 4% after outlining a higher dividend, or a higher than expected dividend. Pacific Smiles Group's share price jumped 6% after 19.9% owner Genesis Capital upped its offer for the whole group, and the proposed Webjet demerger will go ahead after 97.6% of shareholders voted in favour of the resolution. Now, under the demerger, the company will be split into 2 ASX-listed entities: Web Travel Group, which will own the business-to-business arm WebBeds, and Webjet Group, which will run the consumer-facing operations, including Webjet OTA, GoSee, and Trip Ninja. Story number 2, the sentiment around iron ore prices is very negative at the moment, with the Commonwealth Bank warning prices may fall towards $80 a tonne. The problem is that there are piles of iron ore in China waiting for steel mills to come pick it up and use it. But the world's second largest economy, particularly its property sector, is in a lull, not quite a slump. I mean, the economy is still expanding, but just not as fast as it has over recent decades. That continues to weigh on Australia's big miners. Won't help the federal government's bottom line either, because lower prices reduces tax royalties from iron ore mining. Story number 3, Star Entertainment share price is suspended at the moment, having not filed its full year results by the August 30 cutoff, but there are media reports that its lenders are ready to bail the gaming group out. After weeks of discussions between the company and its banks, the lenders have verbally committed to provide a 2-tranche extension to the casino operators' loans, including an immediate $100 million injection to meet urgent cost blowouts at its new Queen's Wharf resort in Brisbane, according to a report in the Fin Review. A second tranche worth about the same would be available to Star if required, and conditional upon Star also raising capital in other forms. The fresh funds are designed to give Star's directors and the company auditor, EY, comfort that the casino operator can meet its short-term expenses, which would allow them to sign the company's accounts. Star also needs to prove its financial viability to New South Wales's casino regulator by the end of next week. Story number 4, coal miner New Hope said full-year profits halved as coal prices continue to fall, but a decent dividend triggered a 3% jump in its share price. New Hope owns thermal coal mines in New South Wales and Queensland, and said it sold its coal for an average price of $183 per tonne in the year to July 31. That's down from $346 per tonne in the previous year. The previous period was a record. Now, today's results were slightly below analyst expectations. The group said a milder winter in the Northern Hemisphere and an increase in customer inventories resulted in softening demand, creating downward pressure on prices. New Hope reported a net profit of $475 million, down from $1.1 billion the previous year. And story number 5, Donald Trump and his sons are promoting a new crypto platform as the Republican presidential nominee courts the digital asset sector just 50 days before the US election. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, along with New York-based property developer and major Trump donor Steve Witkoff and sons Alex and Zach Witkoff, joined an X Spaces conversation on Monday where World Liberty Financial was officially announced. The company says its mission is crystal clear: make crypto in America great by driving the mass adoption of stablecoins and decentralized finance. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 17th of September, 2024. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.